If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.
All right, this video is going to show you how to change the oil on a Chevy Silverado. This is actually a 2022 trailboss 5.3 liter. The things that you are going to need is about 8 quarts of 0820 synthetic oil. It should be Dexos 1 GM approved. Specifically, this is. You're going to need an oil filter. The Fram 10575 is the one that I like to use. You can use other brands as well. And then you are going to need a ratchet or a wrench that has a 15 millimeter. So it's going to be a 15 millimeter wrench or ratchet. And then you're going to need a drain pan that can hold at least 8 quarts and a rag. And then you are going to need a funnel as well. So first things first, let's go ahead and take our oil cap and our dipstick out. So this is our oil dipstick over here. Let's take that out. Then let's go over here, take our oil cap off. That'll allow it to drain easier. All right, so this is looking under the truck here, basically coming in underneath the driver's doors, how I do it. This right here is your oil drain bolt. So let's go ahead and get a 15 millimeter on that, break that loose. All right, let's go ahead and undo that all the way, let all that oil drain out into our drain pan. All right, that's pretty much done draining. Let's go ahead and get our oil plug back in place. And don't over torque this or you'll strip it out. Just get it nice and hand tight with a ratchet. If you want to look up the foot pounds, you can. It does not matter. I've been doing oil changes my whole life with just standard tightening. So give it a nice little tighten. All right, that's done. Next, let's get this oil filter loose. It should only be hand tight, but if you have girly hands or girly grip, you could always use an oil filter wrench. I don't need to. Let's go ahead and let that drain a little bit before we drop it all the way. All right, it's gonna be a mess no matter what, so let's just go ahead and take it off. I hate this step, it makes a mess. It is what it is. All right, let's let that finish draining. All right, to get the new oil filter ready, I always put some oil around the edge just so it gets a tight seal. All right, now we're ready to put the new oil filter on. And this is just hand tight. You got your oil around the lip already. So let's just go ahead and tighten this down. And again, this is hand tight, so if your hands are strong enough, you should be able to just tighten this on by hand. If not, you could always use an oil filter wrench and get it a little bit tighter, but you don't want to do it too tight because then you're looking at stripping it out, honestly. So just a nice hand tight, which should be plenty. All right. All right, now we're ready to refill. Let's go ahead and get our funnel in place. And I don't even start to check it until I'm about 7 quarts. So I'll put this entire 5 quarts in, put another couple quarts in, then we'll start checking the level. All right, I've got about 8 quarts in there. I checked at 7 and I was low. I put about another quart in. So this is how you check your dipstick. You're gonna put your dipstick all the way down, feed it down in, put it all the way down, hold it for a second, pull it out. And what you're looking at is the oil level on this reader right here. Now, as you can see, mine's actually above the full line, but that's because I know the second I run it, it's gonna go below it. So let's go ahead and run the truck for a few minutes, and then we'll recheck the oil level. All right, so we ran the truck for a few minutes. We pulled the dipstick out, we cleaned the dipstick off. Now let's go ahead and put that dipstick back in and check the actual oil level now that we ran it. All right, so after we ran the truck for a few minutes, it's not even registering on the dipstick because it usually disperses into the oil filter in other locations. So we'll have to add about 20 more ounces of oil based on the fact that it's not even touching the dipstick. All right, we added about 20 ounces of oil. Let's go ahead and recheck it now. And that is actually perfect. That is right below the fill line. So we are good to go. That's how you change the oil in a Chevy Silverado.
If you find my video useful, please subscribe. Thank you.